Hello and welcome to Broken Entertainment. So the Godzilla vs. Kong movie trailer is out and everybody's talking about it, so I figured I would go ahead and give my thoughts on it. If you're familiar with my thoughts already on the very concept of Godzilla vs. King Kong, you'll know that I don't like it. And I still don't like it after the trailer. And there are some things in the trailer that I think are done well, and there's some things in the trailer that make me kind of roll my eyes and really worry about the film. But we'll go ahead and get into that. So, I thought visually, the Legendary Monsterverse has come a really long way from Godzilla in 2014, where everything was intentionally shot in the dark, and you didn't see much of the monsters, and they kept cutting back to the people. And those are all techniques to hide, not necessarily lackluster CGI, but CGI that's not what they want it to be, put it that way. And I was thinking about that, and I've really come to, even watching this video, I've really come to prefer the suit style that they do in Japan. I think if you go watch Shin Godzilla, if you haven't seen it, you should. If you go watch Shin Godzilla, it is absolutely beautiful. And I'm positive there's CGI in it, but the monster is not CGI. And there's a more humanized feel when they want it to be, or in the case of Shin Godzilla, there's a more visceral feel than you get with CGI. But that said, the imagery has really improved a lot. I think they've done a good job on that. I think Kong looks great. The fur on King Kong looks infinitely superior to the fur on anything we've seen in CGI recently. Looking at you, Cheetah, and cats. But it's a lot of spectacle, and that's fine. It is a monster movie. And Kong's axe is interesting. And it kind of shows the different nature of the two animals. You know, King Kong is an ape. He's going to build tools by natural instinct, essentially. And Godzilla is, giant radiation-breathing monster. My concerns with it, putting aside the fact that I just don't like the concept, are this. It seems like from what we've got so far, and our understanding of the movie, and the fact that Mechagodzilla is in it, and you see a very short clip in the trailer of Mechagodzilla terrorizing a city. You kind of know the plot. And it's taken from a previous Godzilla movie, the classic Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla from the 70s. Great movie. Where Mechagodzilla shows up and he is dressed, so to speak, as Godzilla. He has Godzilla skin on, he has the roar, and they start terrorizing Japan. But it's revealed fairly early on as Mechagodzilla starts taking damage. The skin comes off, right, and you get the monster, or the machine down beneath. And I'm 99% sure that's what they're doing here. They keep talking about in the trailer, they don't know why Godzilla's killing people, they don't know why he's attacking. He attacks King Kong for, no apparent reason. And then you see King Kong about to hit him in the head with an axe at the end of the trailer. My belief is Mechagodzilla is the real villain. He's parading around as Godzilla, and King Kong fighting Mechagodzilla is going to reveal that somehow. Where Godzilla actually is in the movie, I don't know. Sure, he'll show up. He may even fight King Kong at some point. but I think most of the Godzilla fighting King Kong is actually going to be Mechagodzilla. Because there's not a whole lot of stuff that makes sense outside of that. And it's a very easy connection to one of the old classic movies. But I do suspect that King Kong and Godzilla do actually fight at some point. And you will get this kind of Batman versus Superman movie where King Kong fights Godzilla. They beat each other up. And then through some plot device, probably the little girl, you get the revelation that they have a common enemy. They ally together. They fight Mechagodzilla. The problem I have with that is we've seen all this before. It's not very interesting. I would rather they just be allies from the beginning. I think it's the whole conceit of Godzilla fighting King Kong is stupid. I think it's always been stupid. But those two as allies, especially in a universe where King Kong is as big as Godzilla, I think is really interesting. Especially when you start talking about symbology, where you have Godzilla representing Japan, King Kong representing the United States, even though in the Legendary Monsterverse, neither one of those is really the case. That's still how people view them. Godzilla is Japanese, King Kong is American. And them fighting against some greater threat, you'd have kind of a Cold War symbology going on. I think that'd be interesting. But this whole idea of King Kong and Godzilla fighting, I just don't like it. I wasn't impressed by anything in the trailer. I thought the visuals were nice. The little girl MacGuffin made me roll my eyes. And the people in it, I wish I cared about any of the characters in it. I don't even know their names. I can't tell you the names of the characters from the first movie. And I think that's where these movies have fallen flat in the largest part, is that the humans are in it a lot and you just don't really care about them. The only character anybody can name is Dr. Serizawa. And that's because he has that really touching moment in Godzilla King of the Monsters. But if he didn't have that, I don't think anyone would remember him either. Other than that, he's a Japanese guy. The big difference between American Godzilla movies and Japanese Godzilla movies is American Godzilla movies almost never humanize the monster. And we always kind of view it as this external force that's a big problem, but we can deal with it. And Japan always views it as an internal force. Godzilla always comes from Japan. The Legendary Monsterverse, like many other Godzillas made in the United States before, Godzilla comes from an island off the coast of Japan in this case, but he's not Japanese, and he's not American, and he's not really the same kind of monster we're familiar with. He's very similar, but he doesn't have that touch of humanity. He doesn't have that touch of invincibility. I don't know. It falls a little flat, and I think the biggest problem, though, really is the human characters. We just don't care about them, but there's significant quantities of all the films dedicated to making us try to care about them. And in this case, you have the son of Dr. Serizawa. That's interesting. But then you have this stupid little girl who's going to be a plot device. She's just a MacGuffin. And yeah, it just, I half expect there to be a fight scene where Godzilla's getting beat down by Kong with his axe, and Godzilla screams "Monarch" and And King Kong goes, "Why did you say that name?" It just, I don't know. I'm just not impressed with it. I'm not interested at all. Even the spectacle of it just doesn't appeal to me. Hopefully I'm wrong. I'm reading a lot into a very short amount of video. It is a trailer. We don't have a whole lot on it, but that's what it looks like it's set up to be. Especially with them talking about, we don't understand why Godzilla is attacking, and then, we have to use King Kong as our only chance of defeating Godzilla. It's all taken from previous Godzilla movies. That was the reasoning for King Kong fighting Godzilla the first time around, and the whole Godzilla's attacking, we don't know why. It's taken from Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. The concealed Mechagodzilla is taken from Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. You can kind of see where it's all going. And I wish you couldn't. I'm so tired of movie trailers coming out and then you're like, yep, I know the plot. I don't want to know the plot. Just entertain me, please. But you know what? The one thing I'll say about it is this. From what we can see, there's no agenda. There's no politics. It's just entertainment. So, in that regard, I'm very happy to see it. And hopefully those of you who are excited about this movie will go out and you'll see it and you'll love it and it'll be great. That would be the best thing for everyone. Just because I don't like the idea doesn't mean people shouldn't go enjoy it. And if it's entertaining, that's what we need right now. We need entertaining. We need no lectures. We need zero agenda, and we need pure entertainment. And this is the kind of movie that can provide that. I will give it that. Absolutely. And I hope that it does. I hope that a lot of people get enjoyment out of it. And I hope that it leads to this other rumor that has cropped up recently of a legendary MonsterVerse series on HBO Max. That kind of thing could really go a long way towards giving us somewhere to go to watch something entertaining. So we'll see what comes out of it. Hopefully it's pretty awesome for the people that are excited about the concept. I'm sure you were excited by the trailer. Let me know what you think of the trailer and the movie in the comments below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you next time.